my Blu-ray collection part 20. Ahoy, ahoy everybody, and welcome to part 20 of a look at my Blu-ray collection. Films, TV, music, comedy, documentary type stuff, possibly even. Just no box sets. Let's carry straight on with a bit of TV. And these are the two series of the brilliant BBC Three drama Lip Service. Series 1, signed by Ruta Gedmintas, one of the stars, who I met after a performance of Backbeat in the West End. She's one of my favourite actresses. Love this series. It's basically the story of a group of lesbians in Glasgow, but it's just really, well written, well cast, well plotted. The twists and turns, the intertwining relationships, really good. First series particularly was great. Second series, still enjoyed a lot, but suffered from some characters leaving, as these things tend to do. But yeah, highly enjoy and highly recommend Lip Service. Inglourious Bastards, Quentin Tarantino's 7th film, I think. No, 6th film. Really, really good. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it. Sort of an alternate telling of World War II. And we'll leave it at that, but yeah, highly recommend. This is The Informers, and I'm desperately trying to remember this film. I have no memory of this whatsoever. I can see why I got it, because of the cast. Billy Bob Thornton, Kim Basinger, Winona Ryder, Mickey Rourke, Chris Isaac, Amber Heard, Austin Nichols. It's an interweaving tale type film. Youth is wasted, love is fleeting, every night is a headlong rush to the next orgy of sensation. Sooner or later the party has to end and the hangover is bound to be a killer. Rings faint bells. I can there's a couple of scenes that I can sort of picture, but I can't remember much about the plot. So it can't have been great. This is The Infidel. This is really good. This was written by David Baddiel, a comedian. Well, no, it's not. Ignore that. I was going to say it's sort of based on his life, but it's only based on the life and fact that he quite often, although he's Jewish, he's been beaten up twice in his life. Once for being Jewish and once for being Pakistani, which of course he isn't. Yeah, but this is really good. Omid Jalili is a loving husband, doting father, and an admittedly relaxed Muslim. But then it turns out that he was actually adopted and he's really Jewish, basically. But it's really funny, really good cast. Yeah, very good. This is Inception, Christopher Nolan's film. Sure most of you are familiar with, and I hope you are, because it's impossible to describe, except it's a world where you can go into your own dreams, and yeah, it's very strange, very hard to describe, but an excellent film. This is Hunted. This was a series, it was a co-production with BBC and somewhere else. It doesn't say on here. Oh, Cinemax, just found it. It was created by Frank Spotnitz, who was one of the producers on The X-Files. Stars the divine Melissa George. I saw at London Film and Comic Con, they did a little panel with Frank and Melissa where they showed the first 15 minutes of the first episode of this. Really enjoyed it, so watched it when it was on telly, then picked up the Blu-ray. Also met them both afterwards, got a signed postcard from them. The Blu-ray is different from the BBC version. There was a bit of nudity cut out from a BBC. It's weird because some was kept in, but some was cut out for some reason of the BBC version. But this is the full version. So Melissa George plays Sam, who's a spy for hire. She gets betrayed, comes back to the job, trying to work out who betrayed her. Has to infiltrate a family where she pretends to be a nanny. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Series 1 of Hotel Babylon. I loved Hotel Babylon. It was a great series, really funny, great cast, well performed. They only released Series 1 on Blu-ray. I'm not sure if they did later ones on... Let's have a look. So it's set in Hotel Babylon, which is a posh hotel in London, and it's sort of the story of the people who work there, but also each episode you get all the special guest stars coming in as the clients, the guests at the hotel, with all their various predilections. And let's come on. Max Beasley, Tamsin Outhwaite, Dexter Fletcher, Emma Pearson, Martin Marquez, Ray Coulthard, Michael Obiora and Natalie Mendoza were the regulars in the first few series. And the cast did change over time. And I'm trying to kill time while this loads. I think we just have to have a moment of silence, but I will whiz through. Okay, so as I say, season 1 was the only one on Blu-ray. 2, 3 and 4 did get DVD releases, although not necessarily in the UK. 2 definitely did. Oh no, it might have been UK, yeah. So 2, 3 and 4 got DVD. I'm trying to remember if there were any, if that was all of it, or whether there was any more series. But in which case I will probably at some point pick up the later series. Let's see how many there were. Yeah, there was only 4 series. So yeah, I'll probably pick those up at some point. Okay, Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1. So I showed a box set that contained the first 6 films. I have the other 2 as the individual releases, pretty much purely because when I got my Blu-ray player, I picked up a box set that had the 6 in because I wanted them on Blu-ray, and that was before these films existed. But yeah, I just love all the Harry Potter films. This is the Harry Hill movie. I love Harry Hill. I think he's a genius. I liked him, you know, way back when he had his Channel 4 show, and, you know, sort of before TV Burp and You've Been Framed and Alien Fun Capsule. Sort of what I call proper Harry Hill, his stand-up stuff and bit like that. I've got all his stand-up DVDs, etc. This film's, it's silly. It doesn't quite work, but it's got some really fun moments. The cast is good. Julie Walters, Simon Burr, Sheridan Smith, Matt Lucas. Yeah, I don't mind it, but it's nowhere near a masterpiece. Okay, we have Spectre. So I've got the Bond 50 box set that I've already shown that had all the films up to Quantum, I think. Yes, up to Quantum. Skyfall and Spectre I have the separate releases for. In fact, I have separate releases for Casino Royale and Quantum as well, because I got those when they came out, and obviously the box set came out later. But this is Spectre, which to date is the most recent Bond film, now that No Time to Die has been delayed. I enjoy this a lot. I know some people have issues with it. I can sort of see their point, but personally I just enjoyed it. This is 52 Pickup. This is an Arrow release of a John Frankenheimer film. Roy Scheider is a businessman. A compromising videotape of him with his mistress, played by Kelly Preston, becomes, somebody blackmails him with it. His wife is played by Anne Margaret, and she's a politician, so he can't go to the police because if it comes out, her career's ruined. So he tries to, stop the blackmail and the tape getting out, and he gets involved in the sleazy side of life: drugs, sleaze, pornography, and snuff. Vanity's in it, Prince's protege, John Glover, loads of cameos from fairly big actors. It's a good film. Okay, this is technically a box set because this is the Robocop trilogy, but because it's just in a single Blu-ray Amaray case, it's just in with my normal Blu-rays because it's not taking up any more room than a single film would. So yeah, this is Robocop, Robocop 2, Robocop 3. First Robocop, one of the greatest films ever made. I'm waiting for it to be delivered. The recent Arrow special edition, I've succumbed in. I was umming and ahhing about getting it because I had this, but then it was in the latest Arrow sale for about £10, so I thought I'll sod it, and I've ordered that. Robocop 2, it's okay, but nowhere near as good as the first one. Robocop 3 is a travesty. Only good thing about Robocop 3 is that Nancy Allen's still in it. But I think, this was no more expensive than just getting the film on its own anyway. This is Into the Woods, the musical by Rob Marshall, who also directed Chicago. The Stephen Sondheim musical, stage musical, this is the film adaptation of. I really enjoyed this. It's set in the world of fairy tales. So you've got Cinderella and Little Red Riding Hood and Jack and the Beanstalk and Rapunzel all involved in it. Brilliant cast. Emily Blunt, James Corden, Anna Kendrick, Chris Pine, Tracy Ullman, Johnny Depp, Meryl Streep. Yeah, I've really enjoyed that. It's Jaws. It's Jaws. What can I say? Just a classic, all-time great film. Really good extras and everything on this as well. But yeah, it's digitally remastered, fully restored, 7.1 surround if you have the capabilities. Just, yeah. A few videos back I showed the second Jack Reacher film. This is the first one. So I will just reiterate what I said on that one. Not having read the books, I really enjoy these. One more. Iron Man 3. I know most people consider this the lesser of the Iron Man trilogy. I enjoy it a lot. I'm a big fan of Shane Black, so the fact that he directed it and co-wrote it helps. Yeah, but I enjoy all the Marvel films. Okay, that will do it for this part. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Keep an eye on the playlist for future parts, and if you've missed any old ones, and I'll see you on another video. Thanks. Bye.